pandemic, said, "This is the closest I will ever get to the Olympics. I don't need the Olympics, Chris Charlton. I have the G1 Climax."
Yeah, I mean, it's no joke. This is, on many levels, the greatest physical endeavor you could go through as a professional athlete. And,
big takedown there. Boltin Oleg rolling right through. Has those shoulders up, brought him up. Look at this, count it out.
Let's get ready to count.
As Narita, give me that cross arm breaker, that S-like grip locked in here for Boltin Oleg. Has to keep those arms, those hands from becoming separate right here, Chris.
Yeah, that's a butcher's grip he's got, which is a bit stronger than he had a little bit earlier on in this matchup. But Narita, a very, very capable submission grappler, of course.
No. Full extension, and now Boltin Oleg fights his way to that bottom rope.
Learned underneath Katsuyori Shibata. Before that was another bridge that Narita had burned.
Does not want any of those connections to his past self, his past life. A Narita pre-House of Torture does not exist in the mind of this athlete. It's a hard feat to do if you are Narita. Boltin Oleg, big power offense and a drop kick to boot.
We've often talked, Walker, about you have to fight fire with House of Torture. Boltin's gonna have to get mean, and he's such a gentle giant. It wasn't until that final with Taichi that I really saw something mean in Boltin, and here we go. Are you ready? Have you practiced, Walker?
Count it out.
We're gonna see it. Oh no. And Narita trying to block it and does.
Yeah, trying to ground himself, does a very good job at doing so right here. Still maintaining that attack on that left arm. So utilize the right instead. As whip off the ropes, reverse off the side with the Enziguri, wants the Oz cutter. Got it right here, and a cutter from Shota Umino.
There's one man who knows what an Oscutter feels like. It's Shota Umino.
In this very building, nonetheless.
So difficult. Callum wants to pay tribute to his mentor. At the same time, that's a very difficult feast or famine maneuver to hit.
Well, that has been an allegation towards Shota Umino in the past, paying tribute time and time again. This is the tournament, Chris, where Shota Umino needs to prove that he's not Tanahashi, that he's not Tetsuya Naito, he is his own man.
Now Callum Newman needs to prove that he's not Will Ospreay. There's so much on the line in G1 Climax 34 right from the opening day. Umino taking aim.
Lined up the shot. Picture perfect. Shota Umino lands in with that knee strike right down the spine. And once that tornado DDT, sawed it out, got him, holds on, and seeks out one more time. Brought up in, hooked, planted out.
Tried it there.
Cover. And it's two. We saw Boltin Oleg pick up a victory in his first G1 Climax matchup earlier on in the evening. Can Callum Newman manage to do the same? Not from this position, not right now.
Umino's got a number of choices. I think he wants to turn the key.
Time to start it, ignition. And Shota Umino wanted that Death Rider, not gonna happen. No. As Newman, various holds, cover here one more time, and it's two just again. And rolls right into that elbow shot.
Okay. That first taste of blood can wake you up, especially if you're a man like HENARE.
Blood he tastes, he's willing to dish out just the same.
That's the difference.
HENARE now as El Phantasmo on those shoulders. Slammed out into the senton.
Shout out to Hiro Saito, one of the heroes of HENARE.
As into the cover, hooks the outer leg, and it's two. HENARE is not just the man with the mana in this tournament, but rather is willing and able to exterminate all others who lack that same mana, who lack that same passion for professional wrestling. And El Phantasmo said it himself, Chris, I'm not sure if I can do it this year. HENARE wants to eliminate ELP from the playing field from the beginning.
Well, I mean, look at the names that wanted to be in this tournament and weren't. Tomohiro Ishii, Toriano, Hiroshi Tanahashi, for goodness sake, Taichi. You know, people that were fighting to be here and couldn't make it. And if you're coming into this tournament saying, oh, I'm not really sure, I mean, that's an insult, to be honest.
And HENARE takes it as such as well. That wrist clutch lariat manages to lay out the headbanger.
And sorry, HENARE, show me some spirit.
And Great-O-Khan, first man to make contact and immediately dumping Zack Sabre Jr. over that top rope. That is an easy statement being made by the KOPW champion tonight, Chris.
He wants to stay true, say, you know, Great-O-Khan did. He wants to make use of all of his martial arts experience in this contest, wants to wrestle the other wrestlers at their own games.
Wow.
Doesn't matter where it is, we're going to have a little bit of grappling out here on the floor.
Hey, no matter with that, no mat, no canvas necessary. The art continues on the outside. And Zack Sabre Jr., well adept at that art, hell of an artist and a hell of an athlete in every single sense of the word. As Great-O-Khan, big double waist lock and into the guillotine attempt. Oh, watch out, watch out.
Whoa, man. Oh, God. Jeez.
Yeah, right for our barricade here at ringside. That is a hard landing for Zack Sabre Jr. He says it's going to be his year this year.
Well, this is Great-O-Khan saying, well, I want to wrestle each other, everybody at their own games. This is not Zack Sabre Jr.'s game walker at all.
It's definitely a blend of what Great-O-Khan may continue to see as fighting fair. And Zack says, well, you want to change the playing field, we'll change the playing field.
This is... Zack's not exactly a stand-up artist. He is a good striker, but it's not a street fighter.
Yeah, this is striking offense right here. Great-O-Khan looking for his levels of defense wherever he can. Changing levels is Zack Sabre Jr. Any chance to do so. We're going to travel all throughout Edion Arena here tonight. Not the first time for Great-O-Khan. Definitely will not be the last.
Well, this could be masterful from Great-O-Khan. I don't think I've ever seen Zack Sabre Jr. really sneer at that and say it's not like Hirooki Goto made the finals of the New Japan Cup, don't forget it, and damn near won the thing.
Cobb heavily rocked here by Hirooki Goto. As Jeff Cobb off the ropes, misdirection, perfectly timed. Lariat goes through Jeff Cobb.
Listen to the people. There's something about Osaka in the Summer Walker.
It's a big fight energy here tonight.
Oh, that's the original.
Anamosa. And out, Bulldog flattens Jeff Cobb. And into the cover, off the combo, will we see? It's two. Former G1 Climax winner, multiple-time New Japan Cup. But this is a different Hirooki Goto we were talking about years and years on down the line. Oh.
Hirooki Goto has had to withdraw from G1 in the past in 2013 with a broken jaw.
Watch out, watch out.
Uh-oh.
Ushi Garoshi. Into the cover here for Goto. Garoshi for the 2.5.
So many times you heard Hirooki Goto, one of the most punishing wrestlers on the roster. Every single thing he does hurts you. And he's finally slowed the big man Cobb.
And something's got to give. Boltin G1.
I mean, I think in many ways there's a lot of similarities that one could draw between a SANADA and a Jake Lee. Someone that has all the gifts, all the tools. Jake Lee has height on his side. He has a look on his side. He has a very physical ability and style, and he's had results, but he hasn't been seen as a top draw in Japanese pro wrestling, and to be able to see that way, you have to be a top draw in New Japan Pro Wrestling, and you have to be successful in New Japan Pro Wrestling.
We talked about that a lot throughout Jake Lee's battles and wars over the past few months against the likes of El Ingobernable himself, Tetsuya, Naito, back it all together. And SANADA, like a bullet out of a gun, really just firing off here on that left knee of Jake Lee.
Try and take away that height advantage on Lee.
Those long legs could be succumbing to damage the body of SANADA.
Both these guys coming off singles losses in Sabre as well. You were there.
Yes, wait a minute. Jake Lee, choke slam, lays out SANADA. And in the cover for Jake Lee. And it's two. It's a very, very close two.
Right.
But a two at that. Folks, if you are just now tuning in, thank you for joining us on njpwworld.com. Jake Lee SANADA Block A competition underway. It was back at Noah Destination 2024 exactly 1 week ago.
Taking aim.
Yeah, look at this.
Once that face break shot in the corner.
Yeah, we saw this back at Destination 2024 as well. And full steam ahead. That face break shot misses out. Yeah, SANADA popped up here, does Jake Lee. SANADA says otherwise. Pendulum swings, magic screw. The disbandment of the good-looking guys at the hands of Jake Lee. And
purely because I think Uemura has that, I say it's very well-rounded because he has a vision, which is exactly what he's doing now.
That vision takes him to that rear chin lock.
Exactly. But he's stubborn in the way that he wrestles. He wants to wrestle a certain way, wants to win a certain way. And David Finlay is expert at taking you out of your comfort zone and making you wrestle his style of match.
I definitely think there's a stubbornness to David Finlay just the same, manifested in a different fashion. We're seeing that stubbornness right now from Finlay, paying off for Uemura, taking control with that left arm.
Beautiful arm drag, and watch him stay on that arm of David Finlay.
David Finlay coming off an incredibly successful defense, his first and only ever of the IWGP Global title against the aforementioned SANADA back in Sapporo, New Japan Soul Series.
Yeah, so no doubt a clear upper hand that the War Dogs have over just 5 guys.
Oh
no, there we go, there's a little bit of fire.
Hey, Uemura showing a little bit of that heat that he wanted here for David Finlay. Goto says on the outside he likes that. Is he gonna like this? Survey says maybe. David Finlay takes to Uemura, that is spine first into steel barricades. And that is a very unpleasant feeling here for the Heat Storm.
This is exactly what I was talking about though. David Finlay spat in Uemura's face, drew a reaction out of the young man, and now look who's in control. This reminds me exactly of what happened when Uemura wrestled Shingo Takagi for the Never Openweight Championship.
Absolutely.
If he'd stayed on the man, kept grappling him, he would have been in a better chance. But once he started to trade, that's when he was in trouble, in deeper waters than he could handle. Look out.
It's David Finlay.
The people here in Osaka, they know it. Deep within the heart of Gabe Kidd is a fighter, is a warrior.
Oh no, come on.
Oh, well, that's usually an evil technique. Poor Abe. But the crowd here love it.
Oh, come on, evil.
There's no doubt that Osaka is a Gabe Kidd kind of town. And this, well, I mean, the true anti-hero of professional wrestling, it feels like, is Gabe Kidd.
We are entering a different territory here. I don't even believe we heard the bell sound, Chris. This is all pre-match action, and well, that means that there is no legality involved when it comes to hostile beatdowns. Evil and House of Torture, the Bullet Club War Dogs even well aware of that fact. Say what you want about Gabe Kidd, but that's a man that has an absolute fire lit underneath him and can light it underneath anyone else he comes into contact with.
No, they've got to get these people safe, Walker. They've got to get the people clear.
Well, you got to give them what they want, too.
Remember. Oh, man. Remember those shots delivered and felt between Gabe and HENARE in that steel cage match right here in February. Scenes that 10 million people have seen worldwide up to now. And that's what made Gabe Kidd a man in the eyes of these fans.
I want to talk about Gabe Kidd battling it out throughout the outside in G1 competition. Remember last year, Gabe Kidd, Kaito Kiyomiya, the way that changed Gabe Kidd's career going into Pro Wrestling Noah, competing for the GHC heavyweight title. And despite not winning that title on that night, Chris, there is a different side of Gabe Kidd that we have seen ever since.
What in the world is he thinking?
Change with time.
And now the test of how badly do you want it, and how hard can you hit me, and how hard can you get hit and keep going.
Intestinal fortitude. Call it what you will, fighting spirit. Oh my God! And Tsuji's out. Tsuji's out on his knees. It has been 15 minutes of some of the hardest hitting action we have seen all night.
That covers an awful lot of ground. There's not much more ground to cover for Konosuke Takeshita, who's telling Red Shoes that Tsuji is out.
It very well could be. It very well could be. Tsuji's still stirring, but only for moments' time.
But dead weight or not, Takeshita will lift you.
And it could be here, and it could be now. Blue, no. No. Got him. No.
Oh, Kisadora.
Tsuji, Takeshita. Someone's got to give the inch right here, right now.
Oh, got it.
Tsuji creates the distance.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God, close the distance on a hard one.
I nearly said something that would have gotten us thrown off the air. Tsuji, here we go, Marlow crash. Tsuji is next issued and we will move on, but it would change and shape the complex of this tournament.
And that is what's on the line this tournament. G1 Climax 34, Naito, it's a slippery slope.
Yeah, his mind wants him to do something his body won't allow him to. And that's put him in a lot of danger, Walker.
Shingo,
a lot of danger.
Look at this.
Dream.
Stay Dream into the cover here. And it's 2.
Right from the opening bell, it was so hard to tell who the crowd here in Osaka was behind. And even now, a pause for both men.
A very split decision. It's 2 workhorse athletes we're talking about, 2 of the hardest working men in New Japan Pro Wrestling overall, inside, outside of the ring.
Hey, Naito.
Shingo, that pain in the throat, the neck.
Oh. It's not often you see Shingo spitting.
We're seeing bars laid out tonight. And that's a wake-up call if I've ever seen it.
Ooh. Now, well, if Shingo wakes up, Tetsuya Naito might be going to sleep.
Oh! How about that for Njpw? Sliding bomber, and it's only one. Only one. And it'll take two more than that to three. A big bomber. Once it, saw it, made in Japan.